YouTube, welcome back to my page, Money Making Juggernaut. I'm your host, Eric Richardson, the number one educator in the asset recovery business. Today, we have another success story, and today, this is one that you guys definitely want to tune in for the entire episode. I'm here with my guy, Ken. He's been absolutely crushing it. For those of you who do not know, I have a challenge, all right? 6 month span, whoever closes the most deals gets a paid vacation, and he won the most recent, and he closed over, I think it was 21 deals in that 6 month span. I think it was like 21 or 23, something like that.
Yeah, 23.
So, yeah, 23. So he's going to talk about his success and everything he's done. So the floor is yours.
All right, I appreciate you, Eric, for the opportunity once again. I thank you for all the help, all the coaching, all the teaching, the effort you've given us because it's working, man. Just a little bit like you said, I won the challenge, and the process to me was simple. After going through the videos, I'm someone who goes through videos like in your course multiple times.
Hmm.
Personally, just because the first time I'm comprehending the words you're saying, the second, third time I'm going back trying to test it myself while you're
To
following.
apply.
So
Yep.
then it becomes ingrained as far as the process. So I started out trying to do it myself, like actually calling the leads.
Hmm.
And I remember I spent like 6 hours one day and got a hold of maybe three people. And I said, this is not as efficient. So then as I signed up for XS Elite, like you said, and then followed those videos, set up my workflows. And
Hmm.
then literally now I just have a assistant now and they just upload leads. I'm closing all day and
Hmm.
getting the paperwork sent out to the county, depending on what kind of claim it is. So now I have a streamlined process, and it's honestly because of the teachings. I've had a lot of people reach out to me directly. Hey, how did you do this? How did you do that? And I always say every time I followed the course. Like
Yeah.
there is not a single thing I'm doing that you did not say.
Yeah.
It's there. I just follow it and I follow it and I follow it. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that it's working for me because I know if it works for me, it can work for anybody.
Yeah.
No, I'm nobody special.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. You've been closing at an extremely high rate. It's been inspirational to a lot of people. Let's talk about your recent deals that you've gotten. I know because you just got a very large fish. It was over 260,000. So go ahead and
Yes.
walk us through that process.
So that one was funny. That's actually one of the first deals I actually got, and it's in California. And with California, there are stipulations as far as the way the process goes if the surplus is over a certain amount, which
Hmm.
I found out in the process. So over 186,000, if there is a decedent, it goes to probate, and so that could also be something that could be costly. But luckily, my attorney got them to go into a process I believe called interpleader,
Hmm.
where the trustee just sent the funds over to the court, and so that way we were able to avoid a lot of the whole probate time frame, which got it out a lot quicker. But it was funny because the lady was very skeptical. It's a set of sisters, very
Hmm.
skeptical, and I actually had to get on FaceTime with one of them and
Hmm.
her husband just to make sure I'm not somebody that's scamming them and things like that. And we spoke, and I find out that where they live now is the same neighborhood I grew up. And so we
Really? That was a
connect on
connection.
that. And so it made
Yeah.
the whole process easy.
Amazing.
So yeah, just having that communication with them can definitely help ease tensions because they don't
Mhm.
know. So it's just things that we've learned that you teach in the course, how to come across as a person, not as a spam machine, so to speak. So
Exactly. So
yeah.
how does that process work for you in terms of your marketing, outreach, closing, sending over proof? For those who are just now watching, I'm pretty sure they want to know how that process works. I know you shed a little bit of light on Access Elite. What do your operations look like?
It's really ran through the entire CRM now.
Hmm.
I do have a Google Sheet too that I have just to
Yeah.
keep track of just for myself. I like to do that. But essentially, my assistant will go through, pick the states that we're working, go through
Yeah.
the surplus, the leads that we like a certain criteria, and then from there we upload them, and then from there I have individual county workflows. They go to that workflow, and then we just fill the funnel.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And you've had prior experience with the platform, right? With automations. So you custom tailored your own automations for this?
So actually, the experience wasn't prior. I've just been just messing with it. You can only
Okay. Yeah.
if you don't see what you have, you don't know what you can do.
Hmm.
So yeah, I kind of just took it on as an experiment, looking through all the different tools, resources that are in these workflows, and there was a lot you can do with it
Yeah.
that I didn't
There's a
even
lot.
realize. You can even
Yeah.
add custom GPTs now, if anybody's
Yep.
familiar with that, where it's doing all the communication for you now. You just prompt it
Exactly.
well enough and you watch it work.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome, man. So you just got this big fish. How are the other deals lining up? I know you're in California killing it there. Are you expanding to other states as well?
Yeah, so I have a couple deals in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and I'm working with your attorney that you referred us, Will Whitman. He's helping with that. I have a couple of three more deals in California that are getting ready to pay out any day now. It's harder to keep up with the California one, but they're
Yeah.
tax sales and they process
Yeah, I
them,
know.
you know.
The tax sale in California, I got two processing in LA. We wait the
Yeah,
year, then after that they have their 60-day processing. Then
yeah,
after that they give the approval letter. Then there's another 90 days. And then after
yeah.
that they say, "Oh, well, it just got approved, so now we have to send it to the finance department." Then they have to wait another day. And it's just
Yeah, and
it
so you're
takes
just
time.
waiting on them. And so
Yeah.
I'm just communicating with the clients because my first like seven were all California tax sales, not knowing that.
Yeah, that was
So
gonna take
now
a
I'm just
while.
being a friend at this point, like, hey, yeah, this is where we are,
Yeah.
so let's check this. But it's part of the process. I get it now. And then once the checks finally hit, it makes everything worth it.
Oh yeah,
Everything
I'm
worth it.
sure now that you got that, now you
Yeah.
you have proof of concept. Of course, you've been closing deals, but you got the successful payout, and now I'm pretty sure you're like, okay, let's ramp this up even more.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely working with you more directly now. You have some other things that I'm definitely gonna lock in with you with just because now I see it. Now it's how
Mhm.
can we get more efficient? How can we get better?
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So, how many people do you have making calls for you now?
I actually don't have a single person making calls directly.
Okay, so you just
Calls
use
just
the CRM to do the blast
and
text
they
and
call
you
me.
close?
Yeah,
Amazing. Yeah.
yeah. So I've never taken. I have after that day. I said I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, the texting is efficient because in the CRM you can blast so many people, and it's like I call it fishing. So you put out the bait, somebody's done, you reel them in,
yeah,
just go from there.
yeah. And it saves you the time because the right numbers are going to call you back, or they're going to send you
Exactly.
a text saying, "Hey, yeah, this is me. How can I help?" And
Yeah,
then there you go.
that's
So.
amazing. That's awesome. So how long did it take you? I know you said that you went through the course a few times. How long did it take you to really grasp the information and apply it? Because I know there's a lot of people that are watching where they see my course that there's 220 lessons and sometimes they're stuck in analysis paralysis and never actually execute.
100%. I would say the first thing people need to do is change your mindset. This isn't a race. This is a
Yeah,
skill set that will pay you the rest of your life. So
good
don't be
point.
in a rush to try to get that first deal if you don't even understand what it is you're doing yet.
Hmm.
Like you obviously people will understand the words you say, you speak English, they understand it,
Yeah.
but actually conceptualizing the process.
Mm.
If you don't give yourself a chance to let that soak in, or maybe watch a couple of those videos where you're actually going through step by step, if they don't watch it a couple times, it's not ingrained yet. The more you hear it, the simpler it becomes.
Hmm.
So I feel like if people do that, they will start to see the results because I got your course over a year ago. And I watched it maybe for 3 months straight, just over and over and over again before I actually started to call, just because
Hmm.
I wanted to be confident in what I'm doing. And I send you emails all the time, like, "Hey, can you check this out for me?" Or asking you questions, like, "You're still here for us."
Yeah.
And I'm definitely gonna use it, utilize you as a resource when I have questions. You're the expert, right? So, I think people need to do that and just be more vocal. Like people may see you and think that you're so far away that they can't touch you, but you get back to your emails and all
Yeah,
that.
I
I'm
get
saying that
back.
on
Yeah.
this call. I'm saying that on this. You
Yeah.
respond to me every time I've reached out. Um,
Hmm.
and so like I feel like that'll give them more confidence too. Like you're right there working with them, even if they're
Exactly.
saying
That's the
that.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Attend the
So,
calls, attend the trainings, ask questions, and really just apply. I mean, this business, when you first found out about it, How, like, I know how I felt when I first saw it. I was like, this is the greatest business ever because
Yeah.
we're helping people get money. We're not selling any terrible products. We're not signing them up for something they shouldn't be in. We're just helping people out. So what's your
Yeah.
background? And then how did you feel when you got into it?
No, so honestly, that's really what it was too, because I have a couple other businesses I've done in the past. I
Mhm.
have a probably 15 years in sales experience. But when I saw this and I saw like this is actually something that not only can pay you well, but you're actually providing a good service. Like you can sleep well at night knowing the business isn't shady in any way.
Yeah.
I'm not finessing anybody or anything like that. Like this is all real. This is legal. Let me help you through the process. And then
Hmm.
we get rewarded well for it. And so it's like there's no greater win-win. And then, it's just I literally, as soon as I saw it, I got your course and I said, like, literally, I didn't think. I did not think. It,
Yeah.
it just like lit up every bell.
And you just
Yeah.
execute it. That's awesome. And you're still able to manage all your other businesses, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, this doesn't really take up all of your time, and you have the XS Elite app on your phone too, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, so you'll go out through your day, somebody might text you back, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
And I also have it set up where it gives me leaving a little internal alert, like after
internal
a
SMS or
certain part,
something.
hey,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. So and so's, they're ready. And
yeah,
so now I just hop on the call. There we go.
yeah.
Just whenever. I'll stop what I'm doing real quick, step out the room, make the call, get back to what I'm doing.
Awesome. It's so interesting to hear people's success stories, and I always ask them like, "Hey, what are your methods of marketing?" And some people might say, "Well, we have a call team. They just strictly call, or we send mailers." And then now hearing you saying, you just use the CRM for text, and then you close the qualified leads. There's so many ways to do this business,
Yeah.
and like people don't really understand. You just have to pick one method, one or two methods of marketing and really attack it, and it's gonna work. It's gonna
That's
work.
really what it is. Just work. Just you show
Yeah,
up and it will too.
that's perfect, man. So what would be a piece of advice that you would give to somebody that is, maybe on the fence of getting into the industry?
I would say the best piece of advice is I'd say again, it's that mindset shift that understand that what you're ultimately doing is just helping people. You're providing a service that the county, the state's not providing.
Yep.
And many people lose their homes and money from not having someone like us there to direct them through the next steps of that foreclosure or tax sale. Once you get that, I feel like the fear of calling someone, the fear of reaching out, even just acting goes away because you know what you're genuinely here to do. And
Hmm.
I feel like when you are genuine in that, the clients feel like the claimants, they feel that from you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
And then, yeah,
amazing stuff.
reach out to Eric. That's the other thing. Hey, if you don't know, call Eric. Eric will you'll get him right, man. I promise you. Like they go through your course, all the thinking goes away. You've already given them the steps. You just follow
Yeah,
it.
already gone through all the trials and tribulations, everything's outlined.
Yeah.
So, last thing, how did the clients feel when you brought them the six-figure check? Because that, to be honest, you have one of the largest checks that I think we had one for 283 about 2 years ago, but this one is
Mhm.
still a very large check. So how did the clients feel when they knew that this was okay, like, all right, I heard him call me, he said it was legit, we
Yeah.
spoke to the attorney, but like now they physically have a six-figure check.
Honestly, the first thing that I got from them was the relief because they are sending over information and things like that. And even though they're trusting you, seeing it play out, and then
Hmm.
I think even just because of the time frame, because of the potential probate and the
Hmm.
panic they had there, I think the main was relief. But then they definitely, she called me, she shot me a text. I wasn't free at that time. Appreciated the whole process working with
Hmm.
me. And it's just that feeling right there. I know every client's going to be different, but just seeing the process finish out,
Yeah,
starting something and completing it, that's just the best. That's the best feeling. Just that seeing
yeah.
that success.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience, Ken. I really appreciate you, and I'm sure all the viewers appreciate the nuggets that you dropped on today's call. Thank you.
Thanks again, man.